just a stranger. Sometimes I look for the right to say that I made it on my own, but I didn't. Oh, in this place I'm in, I reminisce on where I've been, about everything He brought me through, and how in my weakness He is strong. Then I see, Lord, I see that the glory's not for me. Yeah. So I'm gonna fill this place to the rooftop, giving you all. Somebody say, hallelujah, 'cause you deserve it all. He don't want you to fill this house tonight, church. I'm gonna blow all the tarps off your house, the rooms that you put the sheetrock in. I'm gonna destroy it. I'm gonna let He don't control the storm. He don't control the water. He likes to think He controls something. You know the only thing He can control is this right here. But we have to stop Him at that point. I can't stop Him from controlling that, but you can. I can't stop Him from controlling that, but you can. I want you to listen to what I'm listening to you say. I'm gonna fill this place to the rooftop, giving you all my praise. You deserve it all. Everything I do, He deserves it all. You deserve it all. You feel like saying this. I would like to leave here today with the fire of revival. How many here says that? I can't hear you say it if you mean it. Then that means you're going to be back. We're not stopping the Spirit of God. But those that want a spirit, let me tell you something. You can come and sit on this pew for 40 years. I've seen these pews that long. And you can go to hell if you want to. Mad at the one on the other end of the church. It ain't going to work. It's not going to work. If you say, well, you're too loud, well, don't go to heaven with me because you're in big trouble. I petitioned for the position of chief musician, Sister Debbie. But I'm going to lift my hands to the heaven. I'm going to fill the place to the rooftop. See, we've been too long just giving him a little bit. We give him a couple hours on Sunday. We give him a couple hours on Wednesday. I don't know what you do, but it just ain't enough. I'm going to say, what if you gave him 10% of your time, 24 hours a day, of just your time? What if you just said, well, I'm going to give you 10% of my time, 20? That don't sound like much, does it? But you got to spend 2 hours and 40 minutes praying, fasting in the Word of God. Let me ask you something, Pastor. If everybody spent 2 hours and 40 minutes a day in the Word of God, change the world, wouldn't it? What we do, I'm not boasting. I wish that I could go back down there and sit under that palm tree. I got one now. And stay there and sip iced tea and not answer the phone and not have to pray for nobody. That gets hard sometimes. You carry somebody else's burden, then they call you back. Man, I'm not answering that phone call. They've called me 25 times, and if they ain't got it by now, they ain't getting it. That's not how it works with a ministry. But I'm going to tell you something that'll change your life. And all you have to do is make one phone call. You walk in the righteous way of the Lord, and you stand and you pray and you feast on His Word. You don't have to call 25 times because it's going to be fixed the first time. Ain't that the truth? The Lord is the only one that can fix it. But we expect the pastor to fix it. Well, the deans is, I'm not never going to shortchange myself again. We flat goods. Sister Debbie, I wanted to play like you my whole life. I made it. It's all right to be real. I made it. You can go to church all your life and you let somebody on the other end intimidate you because they got a prettier jacket. And work like that. Jimmy Ransom, somebody will buy me a new suit. Come on now. I'm gonna fill this place to the rooftop, giving you all the praise on the line. You deserve it all. He deserves everything that He's done for me and you out of the past 40 years. You deserve it. You're saying, man, I like what I feel. One thing I want you to understand, emotion ain't going to take you to heaven.
But that thing that you feel when it moves in, and you just don't, I don't mean you don't need his foot in the door, you need all of him in the door. Somebody said, I want to come up there. How about I make you a deal? If you'll come up and do this song one time. I mean do it with everything in you, and you mean it. Every time it comes to you deserve it, I don't want to hear you say it. I don't want to hear you whisper. Don't text it to your neighbor. We want to text God and say, you deserve it all, Lord. Sorry. I'm going to send you a text. Pam, I know you don't want nobody to know you're over 40. But I want you to look behind us. Come on now. What has happened in 40-something years? Almost 50. You deserve it all.
Yes, yes.
The water gets deep. The water gets muddy. Some of you have been through some muddy water. Some of you have condemned yourself when nobody else has. And you can't come and step into the glory of the Lord because you can't forgive yourself. Let me tell you something. I come from a place where nobody forgives you for anything. Nobody forgives you. The preacher puts his foot on you. Well, he's down now. It's getting dark. Let me turn the light on, make sure he's still under my foot. But you win that $40 million lottery. You're tied to the church. He's your best friend. He let you out from under his foot. You climb the ladder on the industry. My wife's looking at me. I know she's thinking, you need to hush. If I can't go nowhere, I can go to Ashtabula. And we'll be satisfied, won't we? That was sweet. She wasn't sweet. I want to know who will feel this right here. Who will step, wait just a second. Sister Tammy, now you're in a hurry. You already did it. Who will step in to the holy place and give him praise? You're not going to get struck down and have to be drug out by a rope. Come on in here. We're going to worship him one time with everything that we have. You hear what I'm telling you? Can you follow instruction? You should be able to if you've sat under Pastor Kenny. But we're going to worship one time just as hard as we can worship. You understand what I'm telling you? I want you to tell him, sis, what I'm telling you. Tell him what I'm telling him. We're going to worship just as hard one time as we can. You was delivered from the storm. I was delivered. The hurricanes went somewhere else. My tarps ain't going to get blown up. Stephen Moran, you don't need to sit in the back of the church. Just 1 second, Jerry. This is our last song. I want to know who is going to tell him he deserves all the praise. Come on now. Are you going to raise your voice to do it? Are you going to raise your voice? You're going to raise your voice? This is my money right here. When the power of God can arrest someone, and he can feel the power of God because he don't know a thing you're saying. Yes, I'm gonna feel this place to the rooftop, giving you all the praise. You know, you deserve it all. One more time. You deserve it all. I'm gonna
glory's not for me.
Brother Mark,
I'm gonna fill this place to the rooftop, giving you all my praise for the life God, 'cause you deserve it all.
here we go.
You deserve it all.
Just gonna tell him, and we're gonna tell him in one mind, and we're gonna tell him in one voice.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
You deserve it all.
You deserve it all, Jesus. Jesus.
You deserve it all. We're gonna say it again. You deserve it all. You deserve it all. One more time. I said you deserve it all. You deserve it all. 'Cause I'm gonna fill this place to the rooftop, giving you all my praise, all that I've got. You deserve it all. You deserve it all. I'm gonna lift my hands to the heaven. I'm gonna lift my hands to the heaven, giving you all my praise, only reverence. You deserve it all. This is it. You deserve it all. You are the king of the storm. You are the hill of the country. You are the deliverer. But you deserve it all, Lord.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
You deserve it all. Go ahead one more time, give him a shout of victory. You You can be seated. As Pastor Roberts comes, I want to tell you something.
Hallelujah.